And first I'm going to raise the domain function level to Windows Server 2003. Make sure that there are no Windows NT or Windows 2000 servers as domain controllers in your forest. And the function level has raised successfully. And here I can raise the forest function level as well. Make sure that all the domain function level of all the existing domains in that forest should be raised before the forest function level is going to raise. And here I am going to raise the forest function level into Windows Server 2003. And that's all. And do the same thing in the other forest. I'm going to Active Directory Domains and Trusts. First raise the domain function level, and then raise the forest function level in Windows Server 2003. That's very important step before going to configure forest. Now I am going to Active Directory Domains and Trust, and I am going to configure forest trust with forest called nscp.com, and I am going to properties of this domain and go to trust and click new trust. This is used for configuring explicit trusts. Click next. Here I am going to type the DNS domain name of the forest to which I am going to configure the trust. And here it is asking whether you are configuring external trust or forest trust. External trust is a trust between any domains, any two domains in different forests, and forest trust is a transitive trust that is configured between forest root domains of two different forests. And in this scenario we are going to configure forest trust. And here is a question whether you are configuring two-way trust. That means both the forests will be trusted each other, or one way incoming or one way outgoing. Here in this scenario we are going to configure two-way trust. Click next. Here if I want to configure incoming trust, I should know the username and password of the administrator of the other forest. Here I have to type the username and the password of the administrator of the other forest if I want to configure an incoming trust also. And this is the authentication type. Now I am going to configure a forest-wide authentication. That's trust creation completed. Now I can confirm whether trust is working well or not. And now I'm going to confirm outgoing trust as well. I am going to confirm the incoming trust and completing the new trust visa. These are the summary, or these are the status of the changes. Now I'm going to check how the forest trust is working. Go to properties of this domain and go to trust. Here I have trusted by this domain. The domain is trusted by this domain, and this domain trust techwebs.com. This is a forest trust, and this is also transitive. And going to properties, I can read all the features of the trust. And here is the incoming trust. And as well, I'm going to techwebs.com. Here also I can see the trust information with nscp.com, and even I can validate the trust to check whether it is working properly or not. Now let us check how a forest trust is working. Here I have a folder that I would like to share with the users. They are belonging to the other forest. Click on sharing and security, and I'm going to share this folder, and go to permission. I'm going to add a user. They are actually located in the other forest. I can see the other forest here only if there are forest trust. And in advanced I can find for the users. These users are belonging to the forest nscp.com, and I'm giving necessary permission for that user. And as well, in the security tab I can also configure same thing. And here Mike should have write permission over this folder. And this is how I am going to configure, how I am going to share a folder to the users in other forest. Same thing I can do in the computer in the other domain, other forest, because this trust is two-way.